I've got the top 10 hottest pickups of the week in fantasy basketball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. We're going to go over the top 10 hottest pickups ahead of Week 12 in fantasy basketball. If you like the sound of that, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss an episode. You can also follow me on TikTok. Now, I want to thank my community for casting 392 total votes, which helped me create the list for this week. Did you miss your chance to vote? Make sure to keep an eye out for more polls coming out later this week. Do you have a burning fantasy basketball question? Ask me on Q. Go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds-NBA, submit your question, and for a small fee, I will personalize your response and send it to your email. It's super easy to do, and it's a great way to get fantasy basketball advice while also supporting this channel. Now let's get right into this list here. At number 10, we have Bryce Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh had 12 made threes and 60 total points in his last 2 games before missing 3 games due to an illness earlier this week. With Lauri Markkanen out, that is going to give Sensabaugh at least 25 minutes on the floor to showcase his scoring talent. Just don't expect too much else other than points and threes. Let's go to Christian Braun. Number 9. Braun has fallen off the radar in recent weeks, but I wouldn't lose sight of him completely. He's one of those low-usage, do-it-all types of players that fits many all-around player builds. His high-efficiency rate translates in roto leagues as well. With 4 games on Denver's slate this week, you could certainly do far worse. Moving on to number 8, we have Spencer Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is a must-add in points leagues. However, you must be careful rostering him in leagues that count field goal percentage. With both Luka and Kyrie out, Dinwiddie is going to get as many minutes as he can handle to facilitate the Dallas offense. You just need him shooting over 45% from the field going forward. Let's go to number 7. We have Keon Johnson. There are a lot of shots to be had in Brooklyn right now. A lot of them are landing in the hands of Keon Johnson. He has had double-digit shot attempts in 10 of the last 11 games, while playing at least 28 minutes in each of them. Be prepared to take a hit in efficiency if you pick him up, but you're also going to get a boost in rebounds, assists, and steals. Let's go to number 6. We have Yves Missi. Now, the question on my mind was whether Zion would eat into Missi's minutes. In Zion Williamson's return to the lineup on January 7th, Missi still put up 28 minutes of playing time. Unfortunately, it was his first of 3 straight single-digit scoring games. He's still going to be valuable in roto leagues, though, because of his ability to rebound and block shots. Moving on to number 5, we have Quentin Grimes. Now, not counting today's game against Denver, Grimes has been a much-needed surprise filling in the depleted Mavericks lineup. He has been facilitating, rebounding, and shooting threes at a solid pace. Today's game saw Dallas move away from Grimes after he went 1 for 4, turning over the ball 4 times. Let's go to number 4. We have DeAndre Hunter. After a torrid pace where he scored 15 or more points in 16 straight games, he logged a 1 for 12 shooting night on January 3rd to break up that streak. Now, it was bound to happen, and it really shouldn't make you leery to pick him up. He has been consistently getting between 26 and 29 minutes per game as well, and that shouldn't stop. Let's go to number 3. We have Kelly Oubre Jr. Oubre's 8th steal day 2 weeks ago was certainly a sight to behold. Now, I don't think he's going to be catching up to Dyson Daniels this season, but he is averaging a very healthy 1.4 steals per game. He's also a must-play when any of the big 3 in Philadelphia happen to miss any amount of time. Let's go to number 2. We have Shaedon Sharpe. It's difficult to say exactly where Sharpe lands as an offensive option on this Portland team, but I think it's safe to say that he has the tools to be at least the team's number 2. He's still only rostered in 52% of leagues, which absolutely needs to change, especially if your team needs scoring and 3-point shots. And finally, at number 1, we have Nikola Jovic. Does Jimmy Butler return back to the Heat? He may have indeed played his last game for that team, but even if he hasn't, Jovic has been too good to get buried on this roster. Now, I'd expect his production to continue going forward, and his ceiling to rise if Jimmy and the Heat do decide to part ways. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.